Hey everybody. Donald Trump's war on fraud might actually be his biggest fraud yet. He claims to be eliminating fraud that costs taxpayers billions of dollars, but actually he has done the exact opposite. Trump has given get out of jail free cards to dozens of fraudsters. He has wiped out their debts. He's made sure they can keep the cars and the boats and the houses that they bought with other people's money. He has given them fresh starts to get right back in the game. I'm Liz Oyer, the former pardon attorney for the Department of Justice. Trump claims to be rooting out fraud in government programs like Medicare and Medicaid, but he has actually pardoned dozens of people convicted of these exact types of fraud. Let me give you some examples. Philippus Formas is a Florida nursing home executive who ran a $1.3 billion Medicare fraud scheme, the largest healthcare fraud ever prosecuted by the Justice Department. As Formas used the money he stole to buy a $360,000 watch, a $1.6 million Ferrari, multi-million-dollar homes in Miami, Chicago, and Los Angeles, and to pay bribes to a basketball coach to help his son get into college. He was sentenced to 20 years in prison, but Donald Trump set him free. Lawrence Duran ran a scheme to bill Medicare for over $200 million in services that were never actually provided. He was sentenced to 50 years in prison, and here's what DOJ said at the time. For years, Mr. Duran stole millions of taxpayer dollars by defrauding Medicare and preying upon vulnerable citizens suffering from Alzheimer's disease, dementia, and substance abuse. Trump set him free. Solomon Melgen is a Florida eye doctor who submitted more than $90 million in fraudulent bills to Medicare. He was convicted of 67 counts of fraud and sentenced to 17 years in prison, but Trump set him free. Faustino Bernadette is an anesthesiologist involved in a scheme to submit over $900 million in fraudulent bills to California's Worker Compensation Fund. John Eston Davis is a CEO who submitted millions in fraudulent claims to Medicare and took hundreds of thousands in kickbacks. Ted Sewell owned an Arkansas mental health facility for youth. He bribed a state official to get millions in Medicaid funds funneled to his business. Robert Harshbarger is a pharmacist and the husband of a Republican congresswoman. He fraudulently billed Medicare and Medicaid for over $800,000 of misbranded drugs. Paul Walsack is a healthcare executive who stole nearly $11 million from his employees' paychecks and spent the money on luxury goods, including a yacht. All of these people were granted clemency by Donald Trump, wiping out the penalties for their frauds. And I could go on. There are literally dozens more of these cases. Just last year, Trump's pardons cost taxpayers and crime victims over $1 billion. I have a full accounting over on my Substack.